swear or curse or mock at those who are calling at gods besides Allah, because in return they may mock and swear at Allah, you would have been the cause. So we leave them. I told you, lakum dinukum waliyadin. We have beautiful, religion. If they want to follow their way, they will follow it. If we want to discuss, we can discuss. If someone wants to enter, inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us steadfast and to grant us goodness. As I said, we are dressed in the proper way. This issue of, women wearing jeans and t-shirts and so on, and taking out showing their hair, it only started a few decades ago. Before that, in the whole world, it was not there. The Victorian era in Europe, the women used to wear long dresses. Right now, 1950s, long dresses to the bottom, never showing their legs, not even showing part of their legs. And they used to wear a big hat like this with a net. The hat used to have a net around it. They used to wear that up to recently. And only now, a few decades, it started. So we still want to preserve our way. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us goodness. We don't trample on other people's feet, and we hope that they don't trample on our feet. In the same way that the secular world considers it oppression. Yes, the secular world considers it oppression. To force someone to wear hijab, we say it is oppression to force someone to remove hijab. Same thing. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open our doors. With this I end saying, Jazakumullahu khaira wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Also, Jazakallah khair. And also, we have the Q&A session.
Okay.
So, would you please try to
okay.
Jazakallah khairan kaseeran. Now we have the argument getting question and answer. Me suala jawab ke session inge to kam सीधा हो point तक inge to अगर this फापल्ला हो सीधा point तक बेफला वहाँ देख कि आखिर का point दिवार का point Islam dina beko तुम हुरी कुछ औरवालों तक सारा का हिमी मी फरातु आई हुनर करने बाटा हेरियन तो हम बेफुल फरातु बुरी फिर हम बेफुल इंगे तो जाओगे से ताइना ना हम सवाल कर ले point का मीने के माउंट गोन्या और गोने बेफला दाना इंगे तो okay.
Usually when it comes to question and answer, I like to tell people that, you need to ask a question in order to learn. We don't ask a question in order to shoot someone. Because sometimes one man is sitting, he asks a question in order to show another man that you see you are wrong. We don't want to do that. We don't want. So if we have something within the topic that we'd like to learn, we can respectfully ask a question, inshallah. I will try to respond. Imam Malik, when he was asked many questions, most of them he said, I don't know. So if I say I don't know, don't blame me, inshallah.
Well, I have some water.
Jazakallah. Sister.
Please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's good that we see a religious scholar from Zimbabwe, apart from Robert Mugabe, His Excellency, okay? And we welcome you to our midst.
Exactly.
And there are a few objections, I'm seeing, misconceptions that we are seeing in this country as well as across the world. One of them is that the first three generations that followed Prophet Muhammad, then he himself, his generation, then the other generation, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I think it was not it was not out of choice that they lived a life that they lived. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is rich enough, He can sustain, to make them live a more materialistic life, if that were the success. But I think the focus was more on conduct and other things, probably. And the other thing is that democracy seems to be in Islam as well. We are trying to fit democracy into Islam. But democracy among the masses versus democracy among the intellectuals, taking, what do you call that, shura? Okay. So that has to be clarified. And the other thing is, I would like to say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only being under which mankind can unite. Right. And that, please, because we are because we have got a lot of issues in Maldives that are really troubling, like, you know, each one is going at each other either by the tongue or by other weapons, etc. So I would like to find a more peaceful solution for that. And therefore I would like to say that during the period, let's say in the olden times, when Abraha came to attack Mecca, what did Abraha do? And when I was going to also mention about this when you mentioned about Habil and Qabil. Okay? When one came to attack, what did the other do? So in the days of fitan that we are experiencing now, should they say that you better go, you better flee? Or should you, what do you do in the days of fitan? Okay, and the idols that we had, for example, placed on our some of the islands, what is the best way of approaching that? Because let's say that majority of the people are not educated enough in Islamic knowledge, and therefore we have got a problem of Tawheed, and only when you understand that part of Tawheed can you put that in operation.
Sister, excuse me. Can I ask?
I will take. Okay. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah khair. Usually with the questions, I would prefer if one question is asked at a time so that we can respond. So what I will do is, obviously now it is quite long that I can't really remember everything that was said, but I can see that mashallah you are well read, and we hope and pray that you know, it can be addressed even by the local scholars. The reason is I come from outside. My whole aim to come here is not to interfere in what is going on in Maldives. I need to come here in order to promote Islam for everyone's heart, so that we want to follow Islam. But that is my whole aim. I cannot make decisions for the people of Maldives. I'm not even Maldivian. Yes, I'm a Muslim. But at the same time, if you have specific issues that need to be addressed, your local scholars are the best people to address it. I would be wrong. I would not like someone from Maldives to come to Harare to start saying fatwa one after the other when they don't know what is going on in my country. So I have come to your country. I am a guest in your country. I respect your country. I really enjoyed myself. I have met some beautiful people, and I make dua to Allah that whatever it is can be, inshallah, you know, tackled by your local ulama in a beautiful way. But I would like to reserve my comment on that. Jazakallah khair. Yes. Yes, during the period of fitan, if I can answer that very generally, there are 2-3 things we do. The first thing is we must protect our own deen. We should, you know, like we are taught to, we educate ourselves in the Sharia. We put it into practice and we teach it to others. We try and teach as many people as possible in a beautiful, harmonious way. If we cannot, we can close our circle of friends. Like you have maybe 70, 80 friends, 90 friends. You may have more problems because of too many people who are mixing with you. If that is the case, you can close the circle, make it a little bit less. In a place like this, where are you going to go? You are here. You will have to live with society. You need to rise to the challenges, educate your children. If I succeed with my family and my children to start with, I have contributed to the whole country. Because if my family is a good family, his family is a good family, his family is a good family, that one is a good family, we have many families make up community, and many good communities make up a whole country. So this is why the beauty of Islam, قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. To start with, I save myself and my family members from the fire of Jahannam. Yes, it is important for us to learn and to put into practice, to teach others, but at the same time, we need to understand not everybody thinks on the same level. So some people think slightly differently, some people have this. Sometimes you cannot prove a specific point. You know, there is water here from this